Hey there. These things here are called np pla, which is Thai for deep fried fish cakes. And right now I'm going to show you how to make them. Let's go, shall we? First step is to bash together a bit of a curry paste, starting with kapi, which is shrimp paste. Get a little bit of that, wrap it up in foil and grill it. Then we're going to de-seed our chilies because we want the colour but not necessarily the heat. And you just want to soak them in hot water for 10 minutes or so. Chuck some salt, some coriander seeds into the mortar, give them a bit of a grind, then start making your paste. Chilies first, and then in order, lemongrass, galangal, coriander roots, krachai, Makrut Lime zest, garlic, shallots, and last but not least, the roasted shrimp paste. And that's it, easy as. Fish. I'm using snapper here, but you can use any white fleshed fish as long as it's not oily. Needs to be skinless and boneless because we're going to mince it up into a very fine paste in a food processor, or if you're super cool, in the mortar and pestle. I'm just marinating the skin in a splash of fish sauce, and now I'm going to throw some fish. Here we go. Why is he throwing fish, some of you might be asking? Well, just like sausages, hot dogs, and those balls you get in noodle soup, Thai fish cakes are a little bit bouncy. And this throwing fish paste into the bowl develops a protein called myosin and gives you that characteristic bounce. Hang on a sec, it's time to add the curry paste, some fish sauce, just a bit of galangal powder, a little bit of salt. And now we return to our scheduled fish throwing. The other magical property of the myosin matrix that you're developing is that it becomes the binding agent, just like in good sausages and good dumplings. So you don't need eggs, you don't need breadcrumbs. Don't put them in, just slap your meat. Give in to it. Be free. Free to move on to chopping up some snake beans anyway. And then deboning some Makrut Lime leaves and slicing them up nice and fine. And then some Thai basil. You could also add a little krachai if you like, but I forgot. I'm adding just a touch more fish sauce and some sugar. And I'm throwing in the vegetables and giving it the final slaps to get it all combined. And then I'm going to make the cakes. Now usually you'll find fish cakes perfectly round, perfectly flat, and quite boring. But if your fish cakes are a little more handmade and craggy and rustic, they're just more fun to eat. Look at that, ugly tasty. Now it's sauce time. Whack some garlic. Chop up some coriander roots. We're going to pound this up, so don't be precious. Now just chop up a couple of chilies, however you like, but make sure to de-seed them at least a bit, otherwise your sauce will be just too hot. Alright, chop them up roughly, add some salt to the mortar, throw in your chili, garlic, curry and give it a quick pound. And follow it up with some pickled garlic and pound it all together until you've got a rough paste. Okay, now put a pot onto the heat and add some coconut palm sugar and some vinegar. Then add the ingredients that you just pounded and bring it to a simmer or a low boil. Just cook it till it becomes really fragrant and just pour it off into your childhood bunny bowl. And then slice up a bit of cucumber, slice it however you like. I like to do roll cuts like this. Now just slice up a chili in a similar fashion, or however you like. Chuck them in the bowl. And then realise that the bowl is way too small and was best left in childhood. Not to worry though, get on with crushing some nuts. And prepping some noodles. These noodles, called kanom jeen, are optional to have with this meal. You can just have the fish cakes with the dipping sauce and be done with it, but this turns it into more of a meal. And for easy portioning, just coil them up like this. Ta-da! Okay, it's time to deep fry things, so whack a fair bit of oil into the wok. Test that the oil's hot enough with the old vegetable thermometer. And first up, throw in some holy basil. Careful, cheese bits. It only takes about 10 seconds to crisp up. As soon as it changes colour, get it out of the wok and onto some paper to drain. My fish had skin, so I'm making crispy fish skin. That's why I was marinating it before. When that goes golden brown, get it out. And now it's fish cake time. Just drop them in one by one into the hot oil and let them cook. They don't take very long at all. Once they go golden brown on one side, flip them over. And you don't have to be too fussy. I mean, look at the hack job I'm doing here. They turned out absolutely perfectly. I would take them out about now, but I left them till they were this colour. This is a little bit dark, but they're also delicious this way. Usually they'd be served a little bit blonder than that. Okay, so now I'm dressing them on top of the noodles. You can serve them separately if you like, and people can choose their own. I just did this because I just thought it looked fancy for the video. Now just dress it up nice and pretty with the fish skin, the crispy basil, peanuts, and slather on some of the sweet chilli sauce. And put a bit of curry on top to make it look pretty. There we go. Now look at this. I mean, readily available ingredients, pretty easy to make once you get your head around fish slapping. Go to the market, buy the ingredients and cook this up for yourself. You'll be very, very happy. And that about wraps it up for today. So as always, cheers. Thanks for watching. Bye now.